This is a 160 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney, Mr. Henderson, capital Henderson. Defense attorney, Ms. MS period Morris, capital Morris. And we'll start with the defense attorney. Ready? Was it a short period or was it a long period, like more than an hour? I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. Then what happened next after you waited across the street? I began to feel dizzy and I started throwing up and it was hard to breathe. And did you ask for some type of medical assistance, or the teacher that I was working with called the Employment Choices Center and asked them what to do? They said to wait, that they were sending somebody. What was the name of the teacher? Ms. Barton. What happened next? She called them several times and nobody came, so I still wasn't feeling good, and she told me that she was taking me to the hospital. She took me to the hospital. And was that at Garden Grove Community? Yes. And what did they do for you at Garden Grove Community? They hazmated me. They put a monitor on my heart. They gave me a breathing treatment. They gave me something for the headache. When did you develop the headache? I was dizzy and my head was hurting, and I remember they gave me something for it. Did they give you an inhaler? No, they gave me a breathing treatment. No inhaler? Not that I recall. How long were you at the hospital? Several hours. And when they released you, were you still having symptoms, or what were you feeling? I still felt sick to my stomach and I wanted to throw up still, and the headache. And did someone take you from your location home, or where did you go? Yes. Who picked you up? My husband. About what time was this? I'd say approximately noon. And how did you feel that evening? Did the symptoms subside? No. What were you continuing to experience? Still the dizziness, the feeling nauseous, sick to my stomach, the headache, and my skin felt really itchy too. And did you return to work the next day? I don't remember if I went back the next day or if I went. And did you return to work to the same work location? I think so, yes. And when you returned to work, had your symptoms subsided? No. What were you experiencing? Still the stomach problems and my breathing. The breathing was difficult sometimes. Now you've had irritable bowel syndrome for a number of years, correct? Yes. Okay, your stomach symptoms associated with that, were they the same as what you experienced in July of 2013? Or were they different? They're different. How are they different? They come on more often. It lasted longer. Now the stomach symptoms, did they eventually go away? No. You still experience? Yes. The same type of symptoms and severity? Yes. What do you experience when you get these symptoms? I get stomach aches, diarrhea, throwing up. And the difference being that these symptoms last longer, is that correct? They last longer and they're more painful. Okay, how long do they last when you have them? I have them more often now. How often? I'm on medication. I have to take it every day. Is that the medication Dr. Weston prescribed? Yes. And you mentioned one of the symptoms besides diarrhea was throwing up. How often do you throw up? I couldn't really tell you how often. It just, whenever I need to throw up, I just throw up. Give me an estimate in a given week. I couldn't say. It depends on. So are there weeks when you don't throw up? No. Are there weeks when you don't have diarrhea? No. It's constant. So you have diarrhea every day? Uh-huh. Remember to use words. Yes. How often do you throw up? It varies. So you have diarrhea every day, but the throwing up varies. It just when I feel like I need to throw up, then I throw up. Okay, how many times a day do you have diarrhea? Like, I can't really put a number on it. It's just maybe 2 to 3 times a day, depending on when I eat. Do you know the names of the medication that they gave you for that? No, I just take it. And does it help with your diarrhea? Yes. So if it helps, you still have diarrhea 2 to 3 times a day. It depends on, that's why I say it depends on, the medication helps me, but sometimes it will be, that's all I need and it goes away, and sometimes it still develops. Well, would it be your testimony that you have diarrhea 2 to 3 times a day, even with the medication? It's not a set thing, it's just however that day goes. Okay, so sometimes you might not have it, diarrhea, is that correct? Lately, no, it's almost every day that I have it, 2-3 times or less. I couldn't give you a number. Okay, the throwing up, how often? You say it varies. Can you give me an estimate as to how many times you throw up in a given day? It depends on the symptoms. An estimate, I couldn't say. And the medication that you take, is that to control the throwing up as well? If you know, I don't know. So you don't know. You told the doctor about your throwing up? Yes, I have. And did he give you anything for it to control that? He didn't say exactly this is for the throwing up. He just gave me medication. Okay, is it a separate medication from the diarrhea or is it the same? I don't know. He gave me 2 different types of medication. I don't know which is which. You don't have any on you, any of those medications? Yes, I do. Okay, great. You can show it to me. Okay, I'll just hand these over to you. Thank you. Okay, I've been handed one medication, diclomine, diclomine, 10 milligrams prescribed by Dr. Weston. It looks like it was provided by Image Express Pharmacy in Monrovia. Okay, this green pill, which is diclomine, what do you take that for? I don't know. How often do you take it? The green one, that one. One of them is 3 times a day. Okay, it says 3 times a day, and you take this regularly? But you don't know what it's for? Okay. All right, the word list. We have Employment Choices Center, capital EMPLOYMENT, capital CHOICES, new word, capital CENTER, Employment Choices Center. Ms. Barton, MS period, capital BARTON. Garden Grove Community, capital GARDEN, new word, capital GROVE, capital C on community. Garden Grove Community. Hazmated, capital HAZ, capital MATED. Hazmated, all one word, capital HAZ, capital MATED. Dr. Weston, capital WESTON. Image Express Pharmacy, capital I-M-A-G-E. New word, capital E-X-P-R-E-S-S. New word, capital P-H-A-R-M-A-C-Y. Image Express Pharmacy. Monrovia, capital M-O-N-R-O-V-I-A. Monrovia. And that is it for the word list, and that will conclude our 160 Q&A practice test.